We bought this mine from Centerra Gold at about 1 million ounces, just over 1 million ounces, 1.22 million ounces in 2017. We built the mine, and alongside that, we've actually doubled our resource. So now today we have 2.45 million ounces of gold equivalent ounces across ATO 1, 2, and 4, as well as this new Munk deposit and discoveries.
Well, hello and welcome to Assay TV. Today I have Aneel Waraich with me, who is Executive Vice President and Director at Steppe Gold. Steppe Gold is Mongolia's premier metals company, and we're going to be hearing all about their recent drilling activity and update on their production and exploration assets. Aneel, welcome. You've had some significant resource updates to share with us. Could we start off with your activity at the ATO project?
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for having me. Just yesterday we released our resource update, our maiden resource on the Munk deposit, as well as an update on the ATO 1, 2, and 4. So this is on about 55,000 meters of drilling that we've completed over the last couple of years, while in parallel track building our first mine that's in commercial production today. We bought this mine from Centerra Gold at about 1 million ounces, just over 1 million ounces, 1.22 million ounces in 2017. We built the mine, and alongside that, we've actually doubled our resource. So now today we have 2.45 million ounces of gold equivalent ounces across ATO 1, 2, and 4, as well as this new Munk deposit and discovery. So Munk came in just over 400,000 ounces on its maiden resource, still open at depth, and all the other ATO deposits are also open at depth. And in fact, we've increased the size of ATO 4 almost double the size to over 800,000 ounces. So it's been a big win for us this early on, a base of 2.4 million plus ounces that allows us to now grow that further, both at depth and a long strike, a 20-kilometer strike that we haven't even barely touched in the last couple of years. So a great base to start on, where we have a producing asset that will now grow into the sulfides in short order.
Yeah, excellent, fantastic news there. Okay, so how are you sort of planning to optimize the production of those going forwards?
Yeah, sure. So we actually are completing a bankable feasibility study. Should be ready around June of this year, so end of Q2. That'll let us know how much it'll cost to expand into the fresh ores underneath, which are just under 40 meters and below. So still shallow, all open pitable ounces for now on the resource update as well, which is very encouraging as well. We should know by summer how much that's going to cost. We'll have our capital lined up at that point as well, so there'll be no delays in expanding. We'll start construction this summer immediately on the back of that announcement. We'll have debt and our own cash on our balance sheet and cash flow to fund that expansion. That expansion should take about 18 months to build, so about 2 years from now that'll come online. So we'll continue to produce from the oxide mine for the next 2 years while we're building the expansion. Once the expansion is complete, we'll commission the CIL plant and flotation circuit, and all material, so oxidized material, transition material, and fresh ores will now be run through the CIL plant. And that's roughly a 10-year mine life with a target of 150,000 ounces on a gold equivalent basis. So not too far away. We have a permitted expansion project that we plan to bring on in just about 2 years, and that'll take our production profile from the circa 50 to 60,000 ounces today to roughly the 150,000 ounces target. So a big jump in ounces, a significant extension in life of mine, and we expect the cost structure of that production at that run rate to be not too dissimilar to today. So we're at roughly $700 all in cost, and maybe it'll move up a little bit, but it'll be a significant high margin project that's just around the corner.
Yeah, fantastic. And you have another asset in the portfolio, the Udam Kundai. Could you give us an update with activity that's going on there?
Yeah, so finally, in the last 3 years, we didn't have the time, money, or the ability to focus on that project. So now that we have more time, we've executed on phase 1. We have actually our own cash flow, which is pretty significant, and over almost 35 million US on the balance sheet. We can actually be more aggressive on our exploration plans. So the UK project is very exciting, undrilled license that we also acquired in 2017. It's a 14,400 hectare exploration license in a very exciting new gold district and gold belt down in the Bayan Hunger province. So in the southwest of the country, we have this license that's surrounded by another company that has had a lot of tremendous success in the last few years called Erdene Resources. They have the licenses adjoining to the north and south of ours, and they have over 1 million ounces. So they've had great success and just announced some new discoveries as well. So we're very excited to get down there. We've only completed minimal work to date, which is the groundwork, IP, magnetics, soil sampling, and just last fall, the trenching results from the surface were very encouraging. Over a meter, I think at surface, we had a 1.5 grams gold, 450 grams silver, 3% copper, and 3% lead, I believe. So it's very encouraging from the surface. We mobilized a drill rig for March. So I'd say towards the second half of March, we'll actually have a drill rig there most probably all year. And based on the success, we'll mobilize more drill rigs down there. So very exciting on-drill license that we're not getting any value for today. So it's good. It's a great option there. Very, it's something that we're very excited. We think it might be a future mine down there down the road. So certainly excited to finally get back to some drilling and exciting exploration.
Yeah, excellent, indeed. So coming to the financing side of it and looking at some of your plans for listings, you're looking at the OTC markets in the US and also a listing in Mongolia as well. This is really interesting. Could you tell us about how that's progressing?
Yes, yeah, it's very exciting. We always had intents to do a list in Mongolia once we were in production, commercial production. We do consider ourselves a Mongolian company listed on the TSX. Our CEO is Mongolian, half our board Mongolian, all of our employees in country. So it only makes sense to allow Mongolians to easily trade our stock. It's very hard for them to trade our stock today on the TSX, and now we're opening up that channel so that they can own an asset that's in their own country, run by their local team as well. So there is lots of demand, we think, there, and it's a great show of support from our side and vice versa. So we're very excited. That should be about April, May timeframe to complete that IPO on the Mongolian Stock Exchange. And before then, we have the US listing, the OTCQX, the OTC Best Market, they call it. That should be completed within days. If not this week, probably next week, we'll be trading there. We've been trading on the pink sheets there, and there has been a significant amount of demand. And again, it's very hard for retail investors to buy our stock today. It's almost like gray market trading on pink sheets. So opening up on the QX will certainly increase, I think, liquidity and allow, again, for retail investors to trade our stock a lot more easily. So very exciting to have that. I think those are significant milestones and catalysts in addition to everything else we're accomplishing on our assets.
Yeah, indeed. Excellent milestones and great to expand the liquidity pool there. And it's great that you've been able to achieve quite a lot at what's been a very restrictive period. How's it been working through the lockdowns? Obviously, it doesn't seem to have stifled your progress with the projects or the listings, indeed.
Yeah, exactly. So again, this goes to be how local we are. It's how important you should in any jurisdiction, not just Mongolia. You should be as local as possible, and that's what we've done. So in a time where there's travel restrictions last year, we had no expats in the country. They couldn't get in, and we were still able to bring production online for the first time ever in April 2020. So that shows how important it is to have that local team, because otherwise we probably wouldn't be in business today if we had to rely on expats to run our business. So that's been great. Obviously, there are COVID delays that you have to be mindful of on procurement, on shift changes, all those things we've implemented. We have a COVID task force on our team. Everyone's safe and sound. The country's been very proactive, which has worked to the benefit of us as well in terms of their restrictions. And very early on last year, they closed off the country, all the borders, and that's mitigated all the issues and cases in country. So, but you still have that overhang. I mean, you have to be mindful of it. That's backups on the labs to procurement. You have to be kind of a few months ahead of time. We're always looking ahead, but we've managed. So it's been great to accomplish what we have over the last year during COVID. Has been great. Hopefully this will be behind us sooner than later. But in the meantime, we've adapted, and this year will be probably even a bigger year for us in terms of growth. We can be much more aggressive after we've accomplished what we've accomplished last year. We now have a stronger balance sheet, our own cash flow. We get to control our own growth.
Yeah, absolutely. With some exciting exploration coming through as well. Well, it looks like, Anil, you're going to have lots to update us on throughout the year. Plenty of news flow still to come. So we look forward to tuning back in for those updates. Thanks very much for joining us on Assay TV today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, and I look forward to coming back.